Copy invite link. Okay. Okay, we're gonna send this to. All right, so we had some technical difficulties, but I'm getting them sorted out right now. Don't you guys worry. Where there's a will, there's a way. You cannot stop the light, baby. We own that. We own that. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Also, adversity is part of the ABCs of life. Our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our biggest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that we are most afraid of. Drop that off. Bye, y'all. Yeah, I sent that. If y'all didn't know, most geniuses talk to themselves. So I'm talking to myself. I resent the link. All right. I resent the link. If you stirred, go to church. Adversity, hey. That's how you know it's gonna be a beautiful build tonight. You know it's gonna be a beautiful build tonight, bro. When that happens, we always have a great podcast, bro.
We was sitting here talking about you, like, what happened to Carrie? And the next
thing, it kicked me out.
I got kicked out too,
bro. I had to kick y'all out because y'all was able to stay in.
Yeah, Gerald was like, what happened to Carrie? I was like, I don't know. He was just right here. The next thing you know, I got kicked out.
Bro, y'all was talking about Carl's dreads, and then all of a sudden, I hit one button and I'm gone. I'm like, okay, this gonna be a great podcast. I already know now. Carl, this happens at least like I don't know, every other podcast I do something like that. So it's all good.
This is why I say we need to start at 6:50.
Yeah. Hey man, if we're gonna start at 6:50, we didn't call it 6:50 then. We just call it 6:50. Let's not call it 7. So whatever you call it, I'm like.
Well, I guess when I say
I'm
start,
I mean, time.
Yeah, the podcast starting at 7. So like,
I'm gonna be on time,
so the people can like, you know, what I'm saying we consistent because we never start the link to about 7:20. I done been and gave up by now if I was a fan, you know.
Nah, man, our fans gotta be the light, bro. Our fans gotta be the light too.
But he right, man.
Yeah.
No BS. Even like say something happened and we don't go to the physical church. I'm gonna get up and watch it online. Right. After about 10, 13 minutes, the stuff ain't connected yet. I'm like, okay, well, they ain't working, so let me go read or go find me a podcast something else.
Right. And then you're gonna catch the back end of it.
No. I didn't catch none of it. I gave up. That's what I'm saying.
You trying to get that word, you're gonna catch the back end. If I'm trying to get that word, I'm gonna catch the back end of it. Here we go.
No, what I'm saying is I'll go listen to Dr. Evans or a podcast or something, kind of replace that time. But I see what he's saying. Like if we say we can start at 6:45, get all the little talking out the way, and then by 7 o'clock when people clicking in.
All right, man. All right, y'all. I got you. I take full responsibility.
Have you
100. It's on slow, y'all. Why we be late, y'all? I got it. Damn, I got it.
Have you noticed everybody be asking, what time with the podcast? Where you send the link?
What you want me to do, bro? I put the link in the chat, bro. What you gonna put me in the cross, bro? That's
what I want you to do.
I give myself away. I'm over here singing now, bro. Now you got me singing the gospel. Man, so the link in the chat box, fellas. Go ahead and drop that to all your people, all your pizzos. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I sent the last link, but I sent this link too.
Get your put both links, DeMarcus. Thank you. I appreciate you. Put both links. Let me know when y'all good. All right. Man, I was gonna sit. Huh?
They're gonna go to that blank ass link.
They go to the dead link. Hey man.
Go delete that link.
Hey,
go delete that link.
Yeah, go smash that link out.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
yeah, especially the older people that watch, they can be like, I tried to click on that link it said,
oh snap. Who's Mike Lock?
Carl.
Oh.
His video ain't on either. Well, I don't know.
Carl, you got two of you. Who's this?
Who's
he pulling up on us.
Huh?
Who we got pulling up on us? Mr. Lockett.
Who was that?
Who is that?
You the one, the author of this thing?
Man, look. I don't know. It said, oh man, I'm letting people in. I don't even know who they is. It's all good. We got the link out?
Yeah, link out.
All right. So since we got the link out, let's go ahead and boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh. Y'all funny. So welcome back to the Be Like Podcast. It's your boy K Slow here with my dog.
Jay Jones.
Jay Jones representing Cowboy football on that shirt. Let's go ahead and see that Cowboy football real quick though. Representing, yeah. Got that energy. And then we got the wise, the wop, and the wisdom today. We got 3/4 of the podcast with us today. The wise, the wop, and the wisdom. How you feeling today, brother?
The wisdom is me. I'm the sensei. Well, you messed up today. Anyway.
The sensei, Mr. Lift and Go. If you knew, you knew. He's here. And then we got a special guest today. Brother with some great things he's doing in the community. We'll go ahead and let him introduce himself. Out here in Killeen, man, out in my city. So go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
Yo, how y'all boys doing, man? My name is Carl Robinson. I go by Coach Trey at Itrain U. I'm the quarterback specialist trainer, run the management of the social media, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, anything that's on social media, I'm on that. So we just out here trying to bring the community together, raise better athletes, raise better men. You feel me? Same goal.
Always. That's legit, you know. Legit. And then where can they find you on those social medias though for the training facility that you guys got going?
Our social media handle is at Itrain U LLC. If you need me to spell that out, we good. It's on the shirt.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. And we appreciate you joining us, brother. We appreciate you joining us. Partnerships coming soon in the future. What's going on back there? What we got going?
It looked like somebody needs some cover.
Some cover. You cold, brother?
Not him. He throwing it to somebody.
Oh, somebody needed that. Okay, yeah, get them right then. Get them right. But man, so we kind of had some technical difficulties getting started or whatnot, and I already got baptized from my punctuality. So since we already here, you know, I think it's important to kind of frame everything with, you know, it's a blessing to be able to be on a podcast with these brothers, because it's always important that we come together and share good energy. You know, a lot of times we start this podcast because a lot of negative content out here in the social media world, and we wanted to be able to be a light and illuminate on some topics that I got some echo too. Somebody got some echo, but on some topics that you know, people don't necessarily talk about, especially in our community. So we're gonna tap in a little bit, and then yeah, I got the topics right here. We go ahead and get rolling. So let's start out here, man. My first deal I wanted to kind of touch on with all these brothers is the vision of life is not to have money, but to have relationships. And I actually got this from Kanye West, because y'all know Kanye is known to be seen as like, you know, a radical. You know, he shaved his head and plugged his head on purpose. He walking around here with blonde spots and yelling at folks, screaming at paparazzi. But I feel like when he hit me with that gem right there, it really resonated with me when talking about, you know, the vision of life is not to have the most money, but to have relationships, because that's the real currency. And I wanted to know what kind of importance did you guys Or do you guys take from a statement like that? Or maybe do you feel like that's a little backwards? Maybe we need to focus on building the money so we can get stronger relationships? Or what do y'all, I don't know. What do y'all think about that topic in general? Because for me, on my point of view, I feel like relationships really will pay you. I think relationships are really what, when you in any type of business, even if you're not in a service business, if you're in a business of creating products, your products got to be able to serve people in a way that is worried about them first. You know what I'm saying? Like it's based on them. So what do y'all think about that? You know, that relationship.
Well, I think personally, I know I've heard of people with all the money in the world that are still depressed. So my thing is that having a good circle around you, can keep your mental health good, and you can still make money. Like you said, if I have the right people around me, the right circle, they putting me on business ventures, business things I can do to make money. Plus, when I need somebody to talk to, I can go holler at them. Like y'all in my circle, you know, when I'm having a bad day, I can call y'all and be like, man, I had the worst day of my life, just to kind of vent, just to get something off my chest. But if I just had $1 billion and I didn't have any friends, you know, it's like, is the money, am I talking to the money? So, I mean, the relationship thing to me is about, you know, it can help you get money, but it can also help your mental health because you need people. You can't do this thing called life by yourself, man. Everybody need that shoulder to lean on at some point. So that's my view on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What y'all think, fellas?
Go ahead, Mr. Carl. Let's see what you got.
Word. So the way I was raised, I ain't never really had to come up struggling or needing anything. You feel me? I don't see money as the biggest asset in life. I have never needed or wanted to go without money. So, I mean, as I continue to go through life, I still suffer through depression with the bread. And that does not help you pull out that situation. You feel me? I know the people around you that can hold you down that's worth way more than 1,000 in one day. And that the memory lasts 1,000 days. You feel me? So,
Carl, run that back one more time. Say that one more time, what you just said.
dang, well, you can't put me on the spot like
that one statement though. That one statement about the 1,000 days. Yeah.
Oh, I say you can have $1,000 for a few days, but the memories that you're gonna have with somebody else can last for 1,000 days.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna steal that one. You don't mind. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Lift Go. What you know?
And for the majority of people who know me, I've always said, I've been saying this since high school, money ain't everything. Because same thing like what Mr. Carl said, like I really literally know people I've been working and ran into people that I've talked to on a daily basis that are millionaires, man. And they would tell you like you think the money just changes everything or gives you this freedom or whatever. It does to a certain extent. But as far as, like you said, relationships and going through things in life, y'all got the echo? Is that just me?
I don't know. I think it's Carl. Carl, I think you got some echo. You might have to mute while you're not talking.
I thought that must be real job.
Or is Jarrell? I don't know. Go ahead.
But to piggyback on what Mr. Carl said, like people would tell you, but like what he said, like money can't hold you at night. You know, money is not gonna talk back to you. Money is not gonna hold you. Is anybody talking?
Now there it go. He muted himself. It was sure wasn't me at first.
All right, go ahead. Finish that. Money isn't everything. Money's not the only thing in life. Go ahead.
Just money won't help you. Like money won't help you in relationships. Money won't help you in conversations. Money won't help you in your thought process. That money ain't gonna help you in your feelings. Like the money aspect is really temporary for what it can do for you. It's not going to be long standing. So
yeah,
but I will say for the people who don't have money, maybe came up poor, struggling, middle class, or working check to check. A lot of those people, to kind of counteract this question, a lot of those people will say, "Man, if I just had this, oh man, if I had the money Kanye West had, I wouldn't be dealing with these issues. So I don't think they realize how money will not affect that situation. Same thing like what he said. Like he had the money, or he had an accumulation of money, and he still had to deal with things. Like some people think just because we said this on the last podcast. I know me and Nate were talking about it. I know millionaires that live check to check. I know that's hard to fathom, but I know millionaires that live check to check. They got $1 million bills, man. So I know millionaires that live check to check.
And Carl, like you had something you wanted to add to that, and I was going to add to what he said just now.
Indeed, I was about to say, for some folk life aspect, coming up on a few dollars, you feel me, can help them get through a day. That we understand that it's not gonna last forever, but it just depends on where folk coming from or what life position they in, that how they would answer this question. Because after they would get that money, then you would ask them again, is it still worth it? I mean, it was worth it to get me out that slum, get me out that depression, but now that I'm cool, I mean, I don't really, because I got food, I got what I needed, I got a crib. What I'm gonna spend it on now?
Right. And I wanted to add to it. And Jay Jones, if you want to add to it, you can too, bro. I was thinking like, when y'all was talking, I was thinking about how, no matter what you do, it's a cycle, right? Everything goes in a cycle. Like if I'm doing something that I love to do at some point, I was telling my daughter this today, it will get to where I'm not happy doing it as I was when I started. Or it'll get to the point where I'm questioning whether I really want to do this. And when I get to that point, the only thing that'll matter is the relationships I built and how important those are in my life. Because, certain jobs, I think if you don't build, like I feel like some jobs that don't allow you to connect with people, I think those are the jobs where you see a lot of depression kind of start. They don't deal with people. So it's like you always working by yourself. When the pandemic happened, folks was working from home. They wasn't able to connect with people. And you see suicide rates was raising up, tremendously. And some of these folks was making good amount of money. Like they was making bread. But that connection piece, relationships will keep you at work when you ain't really trying to be at work. Because sometimes it's like those people around, like it's just being able to feel that energy, like feel that positivity of that one person at work that is a custodian and all they do is come to work every day and tell you good morning. Like those relationships are the real currency because it'll keep you there. It'll raise your levels. It'll raise your vibrations, bro. So, and then that's what people pay you for as well. Some people just pay you to be around. Like some people will just pay you to be a good person. Like anybody that's in a service field knows that. Like they'll pay you just because they like you.
Yep. And I was gonna say, like, because I deal with people with mental health issues on the daily at work, and the worst thing for these people, for all people, is isolation. Like you said, you just sit there and you think about. I mean, like I said, even that $1 million in that bag sitting next to me, I'm sitting here thinking about, man, who can I trust? Man, who really loves me? So that $1 million in that bag right next to me ain't, it's not helping me at that point. So yeah, relationships are huge, man. I'm gonna have to go with relationships on that. So
and pick it back on what he said. Think about that. One of the harshest punishments is to be isolated. Think about, I mean, everybody you talk about prison, like they got killings, they got people they don't trust, they got all going to there. Don't nobody want to go to the hole, or nobody want to be isolated and just stuck by themselves to their own thoughts, have to deal with their own self. Look at the beginning of the time. I'm like, whatever your belief is, but look at the beginning of the time from a Christian belief. God saw that man was lonely. He made him a companion, like put you with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that you can have something to bounce off of, feel the energy and stuff like that. So.
Right. And then I kind of want to segue. So we kind of all agree that, relationships are important in regards to, relationships versus the finances. And I'm sure some people would disagree. But if you disagree, then let us know and then give us a feedback, hop on the podcast and give us some, give us some gems. But we're going to transition to, all right, we're talking about groups, the crab in the bucket mentality, right? So for people that are not aware of what the crab in the bucket mentality is, it's something that runs rampant in the Black community. I can say that from being firsthand in it. And then also like, it's like I see my brother or my sister going up, and then because they're going up and I'm not going, I start pulling you down, right? So I start pulling you down, I start throwing shade at you, and I try to cut you down to make myself come up. So then maybe I cut your legs, I come up a little bit, and then somebody cut my legs. It's like a bunch of crabs in the bucket. But again, I was listening to the Kanye interview, and he said that Jay-Z told him something like a combating thought to this, which is, what the hell are the crabs doing in the bucket anyway? Right? Why are crabs in a bucket? Why do people use that saying? Because crabs are just supposed to be on the beach anyway. And the way I took it was, yes, the crab in the bucket mentality is real. Like, yes, like small people that are insecure are going to project those things onto you, and they want you to be insecure. People that's not happy with their lives, they're going to try to make you unhappy and make you not be that light that's shining throughout the day and impact the people. But the thing is, I think what our goal should be personally is being able to incorporate and encourage people to be in spaces where they can grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should be cultivating, you know, the veterinarians, the artists, and the lawyers, and they shouldn't feel like, you know, because this person looks like me, and they shouldn't have what they have because I want that. No, like, live in your space, take care of your space, be you, and grow within your space, and don't worry about the other crabs, so to speak. So that's how I got that. I took from that, you know, that crab in the bucket mentality is really from us not being individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all seeing ourselves as the same. Like, you know, every trainer is not the same type of trainer, Carl. You know what I'm saying? Like, different trainers are going to have a different style, and you dominate your style. Dominate your style as a teacher. Dominate your style as a coach. Dominate your style as an artist. Like, whatever it is. Like, so what y'all think about that? That's what I got from that.
Facts. If y'all don't mind me going first, I was about to say, with that mentality, I think it's kind of hard to break out of that, especially from an athlete perspective. What are the crabs doing in the bucket? As an athlete, you tossed in the bucket because it's a recruitment service. You feel me? It's a business out here. So, I mean, I have no choice but to fight in this bucket. So when my competitor is above me, do I repost his film so everybody else that follow me see his film? No. You feel me? I may like it because I know Buddy, but further than that, you feel me? I may have to grab Buddy legs so I can get up there. But I don't think nobody sees that views till they done being in that bucket. So you get older and you done balling, and you look outside in and you raising your kid and you talking about why you hating on him. It's like everything in life is a perspective kind of thing. So, I mean, I don't know where to agree or disagree on the crab in the bucket, but, you know, I can just only elaborate because I'd have been in that bucket. I know all of us done been in that bucket. You feel me?
Facts. I like that. What y'all think, fellas? What y'all think?
And the thing about me, I used to always say it's enough. I mean, we take the athlete, you know, away. I'm talking about in life. But if all the crabs let the first crab get out the bucket, maybe they can all get out the bucket. It's enough for everybody to eat. It's enough for everybody to get out. So when that one crab grab that crab and bring them down, maybe they can use each other to get out the bucket. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. It's like, hey, let's all build a little ladder. And we all jump out. We all run away. So in my perspective, like you said, with the athlete thing, that's different. You know, when you're an athlete, I'm trying to get mine until I get on the team, and then, you know, I'm looking out for everybody. But that scholarship, yeah, you want that scholarship. But in life, after we stop playing football, I think we need to look at it as it's enough out here for everybody to eat. So let's try to help the next man eat, and then, you know, in turn, he might help me eat. His like Kanye said, he a lot of partnerships. He put the people in place so they can eat, and then they help him. So he making billions because he putting the people in the right places. So that's my thing. Maybe everybody can eat. Let all the crabs get out the bucket. Let's all run. So
yeah, Mr. Lipton, what you know? You look confused.
Man,
you do.
I feel like one of my eyes is slower than the other. Like,
it's been like that, bro. You just not noticing that? We've been noticing that.
Y'all been talking about me behind the podcast. Okay.
Just playing, bro.
This the spin I got on it. He said, you know, the crab in the bucket mentality. Jay-Z was like, why are we in the bucket? Right? My spin on it was, if anybody, I know Gerald, Carl, Carrie, y'all been crabbing? You ever been crabbing?
Crabbing?
Like going to catch real live crabs?
No.
You can take the big Home Depot mop bucket we use for mop water, whatever, but you can it's the big, large orange bucket, right? They put cement, whatever in it. You can fill that literally 3/4 high full of live crabs. And I don't care where you are. You can leave that bucket right there. 9 times out of 10, not one crab will get out that bucket. Because like you said, everybody knows the ideology that a crab is trying to get up, another crab pulls them down. They literally do that. So he was like, why are we in the bucket? If you take that mentality, if the crabs understood why they were in the bucket and how they got in the bucket, and it wasn't just a me idea, they can get out the bucket and cause chaos. One crab get out the bucket, you ain't worry about that one crab. Jay-Z, Kanye, they make it to the top. Ain't worry about that one crab. Okay, he made it, whatever. 5, 6, 10 crabs get out the bucket. Now the people who put you in the bucket,
They concerned.
Scramble around trying to wonder what the hell, how y'all get out the bucket, how y'all get so smart to get here. That's what I took from it. Why are we in the bucket in the first place? Find out why we're in the bucket. We can all get out this bucket. We can reverse whatever put us here. So we reverse the thinking of what put us here. We can all get out this bucket. But we so jealous hearted and he got out or whatever that we trying to hold on and keep you together with us. When we can all get to the top, we can all get to the promised land. We can all like we've talked about this before. The earth doesn't need us. God made us a wonderful. The earth doesn't need us. It takes a dead body, decomposes it, and uses it to grow. Earth don't need us. But if we were to understand that it's abundant and full, and that we don't have to be so selfish, we don't have to be so have that crab mentality. Like I want to get it before you get it. It's enough for everybody.
Yeah.
If we really understood why we were in the bucket and how we got put in the bucket, it'd be a whole lot easier to get out the bucket. For anybody that's out there, for real, go crab. Go catch some live crabs, put them in the bucket. Kids will play with crab because a crab will not get out the bucket. I don't care if one going up on this side and one going up on that side. You can watch them. They will not get out the bucket. If one actually does make it out the bucket, he's probably missing a leg.
So let me kind of clarify for myself. So DeMarcus, what you're saying is if we educate the crabs in the bucket, you know what I'm saying, everybody fighting against each other, competing against each other to the point where we're not trying to see one person make it out. You know what I mean? Like, or we're not trying to see the success. So if we educate ourselves to work as a collective, you saying that's the answer to that type of mentality.
Yeah, think of crabs. This shellfish had the intellect to get to the top and literally reach back and get another crab. While you sitting here trying to get more crabs.
But what if the crab fall in though?
Huh?
What if the crab at the top falls in?
Try again.
Try again.
If you saw it,
it's power in numbers. We can get more out than just one trying to get out and come back and tell the story, but he's staying outside the bucket. Hey, I hear y'all in the bucket. Man, there's life out here. This is beautiful. Y'all should see this. Sorry, you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. J. Jones, what you gonna say?
No, I was saying if you saw it, like when you go crabbing, it's crazy because it's like you see one get to the top and you literally they just pull. We be out in the water still crabbing. We come back, it's 10 in there. It's 10 in there. Like he said, if one got out, he lucky and he missed in the limb because they tried to pull him, but he said, "Hey, take the arm."
I'm good. I'm out. And that's what that's what it ends up being on real life, though. You know, we're talking about this reference. This is what we're talking about with the crabs in the bucket. Cats will let that arm stay down there and won't go back to the hood. It's like, why I'm gonna go back to the hood for? All they gonna do is shoot me. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm gonna go back to the hood for? All they gonna do is try to bash me. They're gonna try to drag my name through the mud. They're gonna say that I did this, and this to get it out. You know what I mean? And then so I want to touch on what Carl was talking about when he said, you know, when you get thrown in that bucket and you know you in that bucket, it just kind of like being in there and like that's what you get used to. Because athletes, like when we do get put in that situation where it's like, okay, I'm the number 10 running back in the area and you the number 7. Like, hey, I'm at your neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna promote you. I'm not finna push your stuff. Like, and I kind of felt that way too. But then, Carl, you right. Through maturity, I feel like what I learned is that out of the sport, when you get far enough removed from it, you learn that all attention to what you do is good. Like, I feel like if I bring it, like we do a podcast. if we bring attention to other great podcasts and we bring more clout for other great podcasts like us that bring positive energy, then what that does is it brings more people to the space. It brings more awareness. So the more awareness that we bring, the people start to associate what we do with great things, and all of us can grow at the same time. And we all can go up. Now, at the point where it's like, content based, like, okay, the best content going out. Like that's what it is. And competition is healthy. Like you should have competition. Like, it should be a deal like, hey, I'm at your neck. Like friendly competition is good. But I think when the competition gets to the point where you can't praise others, where you can't show love to others, you can't, reach out a helping hand. I think that's where it gets to being a little unhealthy. I think that's where it gets to the point where it's like, okay, like this might be doing too much because now you're holding the whole wave back. Because it's not just going to be you that's doing this. Like there's going to be more coming after you. And there's a group of people that watch what you're doing and they're basing credibility off of all of y'all. Like they're basing credibility of what y'all do off of all, like if you're a quarterback in the area, Colleen, and there's another quarterback across the way, like they saying, oh, quarterbacks in the area are good or bad based on how y'all perform. Like that's like, it's like, I just think the collective is more important. It's more important to work together. Now, I'm gonna make you feel me though. If we head up, you're gonna feel me. Like I'm not going to go head up with nobody and say that you're not, I'm not gonna beat you. Like the score will just be 57-56. I'm gonna win though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna win. Like I'm gonna always come out on top for my competitive spirit because that's what I want. But I feel like there has to be a understanding of, that we need each other. We really do. We really, really do, especially when it comes to a couple of different areas that we could really dive into. What's up, DeMarcus?
I know y'all using the competitive, and you use two things. You use a healthy competition, unhealthy competition. And I want to hear your answer, your feedback to this. Okay. Florida known for speed. The state of Florida known for speed, right? Everybody in Florida ain't fast, but they go to Florida for speed. Texas, California, football states. Nebraska, the Middle East, known for great linemen and stuff, right? Like he said, that's the collective, that's healthy competition, that's collective. The whole state is known for it. You go over there, get what you get. You go to New York and you get a real bad running back, that one running back's name, right? One person made it out of New York, his name. New York ain't known for it, but you know him. But if you're talking about it's good for the collective, I understand competition. And believe me, I've been there too. I want to start, I want to play, I want to score. But if we're talking about healthy competition, we should all be known as a collective. And like you said, if I am better than you, then yeah, I might win out in this situation because my work ethic, my content or whatever was better than yours. But it doesn't mean I straight just diminish you as a person, diminish you as a player, or break you down as a player. Because I know we had kind of said at the beginning, like at fourth competition, I might pull you down because I want to get to the top. But if we all get out there and I'm just the better crab, and for lack of better terms, if I'm the better crab, we all got out, but I'm the better crab, yeah, I might get a little farther. I might get to the beach, and you might, be chilling on the rocks, but we all out. I just want to see, like, how do y'all feel about that now that conversation has kind of matured in a way of a collective instead of a selfish mindset?
So I go first. I mean, with the healthy competitive, I think that really is based off of who gets out, because everybody don't get out and try to come back, you feel me, and put on. So that's why I feel like most crabs are scared to be healthy about it, you feel me? Like, why should I let you out? Is you gonna come back and show my film to the coaches up there and try to help me get put on? So it just all depends on who the crab we speaking on. I mean, that's all I really got on.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with what you're saying at all, because I've been there. I've seen, I've seen people from our city leave our city, and I try to message them and be like, hey, like, we trying to work on something, do something for the community. Hey, would you be, no message back, bro. These cats I went to school with. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And I just feel like it's something about that always rubbed me wrong, and I feel like it has to start with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like if I make it to the point where I have so much influence, I have so much of an example where it's like, okay, people can follow this example and people are looking to me for assistance and being able to, you know, pull them out that bucket, then it's my duty to do that. Like for me, just for me, because I know how much it burns my inner core to see people do that. Like I hate it because it's like, how do you forget where you come from? How do you forget the fabric of what got you here? Like we was all in the same situation. Like how you step out and it felt like, oh, now I'm better because you around people that's better. It's like, nah, like those people, you know what I'm saying? Those people, so, some of those people, if you observe people that's doing well, there's people that's bringing other people with them. And when they bring other people with them, they end up multiplying. That's how you get to the, you know, get to the next level. And then there's Michael Jordans, right? You still got Michael Jordans who ain't really gonna put, you know, everybody on. But then you got LeBrons, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like that's something for me personally that, you know what I'm saying, I feel is important. And I kind of want to switch up if y'all good. We all good on that topic?
Yeah, we straight.
Yeah, I want to transition to so with this being said, how can we keep the leaders within our communities? And when I say how can we keep the leaders within our communities, I think a lot of times our communities end up being in they end up being saturated and they're led by people that necessarily their values aren't great. Like strong Black men, right? Us being strong Black men, being able to come together and be a collective and be humble enough to sit down in front of one another and share opinions and things like that. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's abnormal because they used to seeing us arguing. You know what I'm saying? They used to seeing us arguing and trying to bring each other down, like that crab in the bucket mentality. Or, you know, talking about even with females, you know what I'm saying? The type of woman that's leading our culture right now, in regards to like, you look at the music culture. I mean, y'all know what culture is running rampant right now. Hot Girl Summer was last year, and it's like strong, upstanding women. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but strong, upstanding women that's, you know, they doing all these different things. They're grinding, they're hustling, they're great mothers, this and that, whatever. Some of those women aren't highlighted in our cultures. Like the leaders that really could change everything for us, they're not necessarily always highlighted. So what do y'all got as like some ideas as to how to keep our leaders, like the real leaders, you know, and from that's whatever y'all think leaders are, right? But how do we keep the real leaders in our communities without, you know, losing what's most important in regards to, you know, our communities? What y'all think? Because I say one more thing too. Even like the kids that's doing well, the kids we see, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones like our kids, other people's kids, when we around them, cultivating that leadership within them. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones you know, like, hey, this one right here, he got it. Like how do we keep building those types of people, like and keeping those people around?
To keep them around?
Yeah, keep them in the community as leaders.
For them to leave and go do something else, they gotta leave to have something to remember to come back to. You feel me? I know most athletes, they leave Killeen and every one of the athletes I done grew up with is, once I leave here, bro, I'm never coming back to this mug. Why? Because we don't have nothing to produce in Killeen. There's nothing really to come here to do. So I mean, like, that's why most people set sail for like Houston or areas that are already manifested, when they just try to go ahead and push towards that way, because one, it's going to look good on their resume, and then two, might as well help the cause that's already helping themselves. You feel me? So and I know, me being around all these young kids nowadays, it's a social media influence based thing. So if you don't have something I can get clout from, or if I don't got nothing you can't get success from, you know, we usually never gonna talk to each other. We never gonna come across each other. And like, you keep revolving back to that crab in the bucket. You only gonna help folk that who gonna help themselves, or you only gonna help folk who actually trying to get out this mug. So that's how you keep somebody back in here. You gotta let them leave with something so they can come back to something.
Okay, I like the way you put that.
Kanye West moved to Wyoming. I don't know. I know Gerald can go to Wyoming. Ain't nothing in Wyoming though. Once you cross the state line from Colorado going to Wyoming, they say this is the last fueling station, like the next 20 miles. 20 miles is a long way to not see nothing.
Yeah, I used to drive there going to Montana. Ain't nothing out of Wyoming. There's no reason to be there. There's no reason to be there.
You know, there was I just looked it up. I want to put the number too high, but that it was at least a 20% increase. 20% increase in population of people moving to Wyoming because they knew Kanye West was in Wyoming. Right? So to go back to what we were saying earlier, like Carl was saying, the crabs in the bucket. Oh, great example, Kerry. Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Michael Jordan, I mean, it's coming out all over the world, he's the greatest player or whatever, but they're also coming out how selfish he was, how much of an eye thinker he was, and how he wasn't gonna help nobody, whatever, right? Then take LeBron. LeBron to put Cleveland on the map. LeBron to change the game in the NBA. He got a guy, what's his name? Rick?
Yeah. I need to his agent.
That came into the agent world, and now the agent world hates him because of the influence that he had. Because, like we were saying, LeBron went and got the people, like Carl said, you gotta want to help yourself too. He went and got the people and was like, I'm gonna make my reach even stronger and farther because I'm gonna go get some people that I ain't never heard of, I ain't never seen of from the city that I came from. We're gonna make a bigger footprint. It's a cultural thing, it's an educational thing, man. If we can really get to the point, and can is a strong word, and it's so half and half. It's a really devastating word because it's so half and half. It's 50-50. But if we can get to the point to where we educate ourselves and understand that we can make a bigger imprint on helping each other, and who knows what the ceiling is. But everybody, there's a lot of people, especially at a younger age, but not even just a younger age, because some people don't get the education until they're older, or they may die and pass on to their children, but nobody gets the education of we can make a bigger imprint together than we can just doing it by ourselves.
I think we can. I want to add to what that real quick before Jarrell says something, but I think we can because I think it comes, like Carl said, like in the social media, bro, like if we get it through social media, if we get it through just the way that we take information in as people, like we like entertainment, like we love to be entertained. We will sit on TikTok for 5 hours straight if we ain't got nothing to do, and it's like that's how you educate. Carl laughing because he knows it's real. That's why they be sticking them little ads.
I almost did it today, boy. I almost did it today.
Real talk, and it's like, you know, there's people that's educating on these platforms, but it's not entertaining. It's like, unfortunately, the only way we're gonna educate everybody on some type of situation like that is switch the agenda and the narrative to something that's like, you know, what we talking about here, like, hey man, like it's really important that you do help, you know, build things. Like we can build ourselves. We can do all these things that we see for ourselves. Like we can give it to the people around us that's closest to us and make sure they grow and they come up. But it's just, you can't just take what you see and then subscribe to it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take what you see and just say, okay, that's all there is. Like, nah, that ain't all there is. You have a unique footprint. Like really learn yourself, learn where you come from, learn everything about your situation. And then, you know, grow from that. And we got to be entertaining. Like, unfortunately, folks ain't listening to nothing that ain't entertaining. That's just real talk. Like, it's just, if you ain't entertaining me, I'm out. Ain't nobody that's super pretty on here. Ain't nobody got no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody smacking nobody. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go move around and go catch that energy. And I mean, we gotta find out that answer to me. Like, that's one of the answers that we can dive into people and like force them the education. Like, I'm like for real, because this is necessary, bro. But go ahead, Jay Jones.
Nah, you said how can we keep our leaders in our community? So one thing about me is, like kind of Carl said, you know, if I went back to the hood and everybody hating on me, when people go back to their hood, what usually happens?
They die.
Oh, you came back. They try to throw a sly joke before they ask for some bread or some kind of.
Exactly. Either they're gonna ask for something or they're gonna try to hate on you and kill you.
Indeed.
So really, the crab in the bucket thing come back to this. We got to teach people how not to try to bring that person down. Like, hey, I'm coming back. I might come back and try to help the hood, but if I'm trying to help the hood, but they trying to kill me, like, why would I go back? So the the thing with me is we got to stop hating on each other. That person that did make it out, that leader in the community, that person that went from Killeen to Houston, when he tried to come back to Killeen, I think if they show him love, maybe you'd be like, hey man, I'm trying to put y'all on. But it's like we have so much hate in our community that is like, why go back home? That's my thing. I mean, huh?
I'm saying we're influenced, to go to what Kerry was saying, we're influenced by entertainment, man. Entertainment in every community is so repetitive, man. Like you listen to music and you're on TikTok or whatever, you'll look at that stuff all day, you'll hear that stuff all day, and we kind of navigate it through entertainment. Like you say, with the hating and everything, we navigate through entertainment.
We escape. We escape through entertainment a lot of times too, bro. Like it's like we'll just grind. We'll grind, become great at something, or we become really good at something, stay in that little space, and then we just escape on social media every chance we get, bro. Or we'll just like run away from like reality, or we'll just like lose ourselves in our little world and forget that, you know, I am a man, I am a woman, like I am somebody that, you know, people are looking at to say I got a chance. Like people are looking at all of us on this call and saying that I have a chance to become that. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a chance. Like they're not there yet. They're still kind of developing, but they still see us as an example. And I think all of us need to understand that we are an example. And in order to really be a leader and keep a leader around and keep strong leaders around, is we got to create self-awareness, bro. Like somehow, some way, we got to create people that's more aware of who they are, like more aware of your kingship, that you a king. Like understand that, you know what I'm saying, you have to have respect as a basic level of everything. You know what I'm saying? Basic level of foundational principle of life is you should respect all people. Social media don't necessarily promote that. Social media would say you can disrespect somebody as long as it's funny. No.
They ain't got to see you.
Right. And then, like I said, like if I'm going back to where I came from, that's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to get clout off breaking my, you know, doing something crazy to me because I, you know, that's the person who made it out. So let's try to go get some clout off him when they can show him love, and then he can show everybody love. So that's the thing. Self-awareness is huge too, though. Like you said, because when leaders go out to the, you know, when they get out of the bucket, they need to know, like you said, people watching me. I need to be an example. I'm out of the bucket. Now I need to show my people how to, but instead, you know, they get the money and it's like they wild out. And then, you know, the kids see them wilding out and they think it's cool. Like, oh man, he got $1 million. He bought a Lambo. He drank and drive. He smoked a weed. That's what we supposed to do. But if he was self-aware and he was like, hey, I got out, so let me teach these young kids how to invest. Let me teach these young kids how to, you know, start a business. So, you know, that's another thing too. So,
Carl, you muted. Carl, if you're talking, Carl, you muted. You muted.
I was about to say, speaking on that, a lot of people didn't get taught what life outside is like. You feel me? I know me personally. Soon as I went to college, bro, when I was held in my household, you feel me? It's a time to be inside the crib. You know, you got your agenda, but you never got taught how to make yourself that agenda. So once you get you a little bread, it's like, okay, I got an extra 1,000. I ain't never had an extra 1,000. Then, you know, let me see what an extra 1,000 can get me. And that's how making sure your leaders that leave stay. Somebody got to teach them first. Mm-hmm. Like I can't be a leader if I ain't never been led. I don't know what this role feel like. That's like telling a kid he a king. Well, I ain't never seen a daddy be a king. So whatever I think is cool is gonna be cool. And who is gonna tell me it's wrong? Because I done made it. How you gonna tell me I'm doing it wrong? I'm here, fool. You feel me? So that's how I feel in that persona.
So Carl, I want you to answer this question. I want everybody to answer this question, but I want to hear yours first. I just because we all been on the podcast. I want to hear yours first. Who is the call strong on? Is it on the person that technically is the leader, the one that leaves to come back, or is it for the people to seek out proper leadership?
Who does it fall on? Me personally, I'll probably say the one to come back. Because I can beg and ask you to come and teach me something, and you never come back. I didn't ask you to teach me how to get led, and you never showed me the way. I'm not saying it's on you because you probably busy. You probably got stuff you got to handle. But you know, you are my community source. I know you came from here. You probably didn't walk the same halls I walked. So, can you hit me up on the phone 1 or 2 times and just tell me, just something. I ain't saying it's your fault that I'm being guided the wrong way, but you can definitely step in and change my path and help somebody out.
Gerald?
Ask the question again.
I was saying, who does the call fall stronger on? Is it the person that's deemed a leader, or the person that should seek out proper leadership?
I guess, like you said, I say the leader, because in my eyes, when I went to college, when I left Everman or Fort Worth, whatever, I always wanted to go back. Like, they didn't have to call me and tell me to come speak to the kids. They didn't have to, I was like, man, I see these kids struggling. I know these kids going through what I went through. So I made it out. I went to college, I graduated. So let me try to teach them the little that I know. Even if I don't know much, that little bit I can teach them, hey, try to get good grades. What's the clearinghouse? Do the NCAA clearinghouse. Just little things like that. The stuff I learned on my journey, even if it's not everything, I can give them a little bit. The little bit I did find out on my journey. So,
indeed, that little gonna go a long way, especially since you had the platform.
Mm-hmm. And that little bit goes a long way. I want to add to the fact that who's it on, the leader or the one that's supposed to be seeking out the leadership? I'm gonna go ahead and say it's on both, and it's on the community. The community will cover everybody, bro. Like, the community will make it to where the leader's accountable and the person looking for is accountable, because we're not accepting that. We're not accepting that. Like, leader, we're not gonna let you leave here and think you just not gonna come back and show no love to the youngsters. And youngsters, we're not gonna let you just see all these great people and not get some seeds. Hey, we finna set up something to where it's, hey, look, we got, greatest from the city back, or we got this artist back, we got this person back. Like, we're gonna have them here for y'all. They'll give y'all information. You soak the information in, you can take it or leave it. Or, we're gonna get, like, the community has to be like, it takes a village, bro. Like, it takes a village to have great people come out and come back and stay and all of that. And it has to be like, reinforced, and there has to be people in place, people that's fearless and will stand between folks that's against it. Like, somebody that'll say like, hey, look, we're gonna do this because this is what we need. Like, if you want to raise your kid in this community, you want to have a baby in this community, you're gonna make sure that, the people that represent the highest level of a human in that community, they're gonna be some type of influence in your kid's life. You're gonna make sure that happens. Like, that's the community, bro. Like, we gotta build that. That's why I think it is, to me.
I like that answer, because the community bridges the gap. Like you said, they can provide the platform, whether it's a major platform, a small platform, or podcast, or phone call, whatever, and be like, we're gonna try to change this person's life. We're gonna connect these two, the source and the people who are seeking the source. So I really like that answer. The community has a really big role in that too.
Absolutely, bro. And we've been on here for a little bit, but we building our community, to be a light community. So, Carl, you welcome to the family, bro. You alumni now. So you're more than welcome to always come back. And, we got big things in the works. But, brothers, it's been another one. Carl, you got anything for the people in closing?
Man, once again, I do appreciate y'all boys having me on here, letting me represent my brand and my gym, trying to bring the community together, like we said. Last thing I do want to end on, I don't know if y'all do scriptures, but it's a scripture that I always feel me. It's Galatians 1:6 through 10, and it says, do not conform to this world, but still seek God's face every day. You feel me? So how can we change this community? Is not to be like the rest of the world. We got to stand out in some shape or fashion. So I know that's our message at this gym, and I know that's y'all message over here. So, hey, appreciate y'all letting me be a partnership or be a brighter light. And yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Blessings, brother. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. But with that, man, I think that's good in closing. So we out. We still live on YouTube, but yeah, that's easy money, huh? Easy money. I appreciate that, Carl. Yeah.
Bro, that was my first podcast ever. Well, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm nervous.
Nah, you did your thing.
You did your thing. We appreciate the language. Like I'm talking about, hey, it was great right there. I'm gonna clap you up because you did a real good job as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like the professional. Yeah, because you know we brothers, so you know how we can get down. But yeah,
brother.
But yeah,
hey, I'm about to say our podcast on the way soon. So I'm about to say whenever we set that up, I know we plan on doing a young athlete first, but you know, when we start venturing into the older age, I definitely want y'all to be our first guest, and then we'll start getting else.
What'd you say? What'd you say to Marcus?
I don't like the way he put that. I ain't that old.
He seen that beard. He seen that peppered up beard. That's what he seen. That peppered up beard. Real talk, we will be honored, man. We'll be honored, and we appreciate you, man. And we look forward to kind of staying connected and whatnot. And we'll be talking here soon.
Facts for sure, man.
Ready.
Once again, appreciate y'all boys, man. I'm gonna let y'all slide because I'm definitely finna go